Greg, a 3-2 loss against Wrexham here at Parkhill Stadium tonight in the Genera Adrian Premier. Probably unlucky not to get away with a point in that one.
Yeah, I think a point would have been fair. First 25 minutes we were unbelievable. Best I've seen us. Wrexham couldn't get near us. Wrexham didn't cause us any threats at all. First 25 minutes, and then bang, as soon as we switched off and conceded a soft set piece. Obviously, we dropped a little bit. They lifted, and obviously they went on and scored another one not long after. So, it was disappointing after going 2-0 ahead. Obviously, Ridgie's then hit the crossbar, could have made it 3-0. Helen's been unfortunate to get the ball stuck under her feet, probably about 7 or 8 yards out in front of goal. Potentially we could have been 3-0, 4-0 up, and that was before Wrexham even got a kick of the ball. So yeah, it's really disappointing to go in at half time 2-2, but the way we were playing, or the way we played in the first 25 minutes, if we were able to sort of recreate anything close to that in the second half, obviously we would have had an unbelievable chance of going on and winning the game. Obviously the game turned at the sending off of Helen Evans, so it was just obviously very unfortunate. Girls put in a hell of a shift once we went down to 10 players, and I can't fault any work rate, any quality. Everyone's quality was unbelievable tonight. So yeah, we certainly didn't deserve to lose the game, but it was just going down to 10 players just gave us too much to do.
What did you say to the players before the game? Because it looked unbelievably good that first 25 minutes, probably the best first 25 minutes that I've ever seen your team play.
Yeah, and I've spoken to a few people since who were watching, and they've said exactly the same. I don't know whether it's because obviously there was a very good crowd here tonight, and the atmosphere was really good. So obviously that naturally just gives you players a lift. It gave me a lift. I was buzzing for it. The players were buzzing for it. So that just shows what we are capable of, and that's that is why I get frustrated sometimes, because I know that we're fully capable of playing like that in the first 25 minutes. If we can recreate that for 90 minutes, then we'd blow teams away. So the girls are capable of that, and then that's the standard that they set themselves now. If we can keep setting those standards and raising them, and dragging those standards out for longer periods of time, then we'll be absolutely fine.
Of course, it went to 2-2 after the two players that being marked in the box during set pieces. What was the message during half time to try and stop that in the second 45?
Yeah, we just had to be a little bit tighter to our players, obviously. To be fair, in the first half we did defend 3 or 4 corners really well as well. It's but like I said after the game, it's when you're playing at the highest level, it's it's those fine little margins and split seconds that you switch off, and that's what's cost us today. So it's certainly won't be pointing the finger at anyone. It's just, as a collective, we need to be better from set pieces. Obviously, down the other end, we scored an unbelievable set piece with Caitlin's delivery was spot on, as usual, time after time today. And Shan scored a great header to put us 1-0 up. Was it 2-0? 1-0? Can't remember.
2-0 for Shan.
2-0 for Shan. So, we're looking really good at set pieces, but, like I said, you just switch off 1 split second and it's cost us.
Of course, we've got to mention the red card and go over that. We were looking at from the TNS TV there on the gantry and saw the replay, and Helen didn't have her studs up there. Of course, in the moment, it's very difficult for the referee to make a split-second decision and gave the red card. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought at the time I didn't think it was a great tackle. I didn't think it warranted a red card at the time, but then obviously when I seen the ref sprinting over to Helen, I thought he's not going to bring out any other card other than a red card. But we've seen it back. It's certainly not a red card. If Helen misses 3 games of football for that, then it's a disaster, to be honest. So I've already spoken to the club. We've watched it back. We will be appealing that because it's just not right. It's not fair on anyone if Helen has to miss 3 games of football for that tackle. I can see, like I said, I can see why the ref didn't think it was a great tackle, but once you see it back on a replay in full motion, in full speed, it's I'd like to think if he saw it back, he'd at yellow, at best it's a yellow.
There were periods, of course, when it was 2-2 where we were on top and Emily Ridge almost gave us the lead.
Yeah, I think we were down to 10 men then as well. 10 women, I should say, 10 players. Yeah. Unbelievable effort. I knew as soon as she got that good first touch out of her feet that there was only one thing in her mind, and she executed the perfect lob. But at the time I just said that's an unbelievable header. Can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but the Wrexham defender that got back there and had managed to head that off the line has won Wrexham the game. So she's got Wrexham the 3 points today. So good on her.
And we have to reflect on Wrexham's goal again. It was tough one to concede at that point in the game.
Yeah, it was it was tough. We worked so hard. Obviously, we worked unbelievably hard in the first half, but then obviously going down to 10 players and the shift that everyone put in. I think it was probably a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes until we conceded that goal. And up until then, they were getting frustrated because they were struggling to break us down. So, yeah, it was hugely disappointing. And like I said, the girls didn't deserve to be on the losing team today. It was unfortunate. We just ran out of steam. But yeah, full credit to Wrexham because obviously going 2 goals behind is not an easy deficit to turn around. So they responded really well, and good on them as well.
Finally, Greg, I mentioned Swansea City this coming Sunday. It'll be another tough thing going down there to the team currently sitting second in the table.
Yeah, of course. It's always it's never a nice place to go. It's never an easy place to go. They're obviously doing really well. They're looking to carry their momentum on and get as close to Cardiff City as they can, which I think they're more than capable of doing. So yeah, we're in for another big test on Sunday. Fingers crossed we can get Helen's red card overturned and we'll have her available. If not, then we'll be looking at players to step up and fill some big boots.